The movie begins with a young man named Pierre, who, after school, is in the car with his father as they return to his father's island in Spain. Pierre deeply hates his father. While in the car, his father tries to talk to him, saying that despite his high position, he is a good person and tries to be fair with him. However, despite these words, Pierre still hates his father and is not convinced by what he says. Pierre tells his father that he has other things to care about, then asks if his father has finished talking. Afterward, Pierre gets out of the car and heads home. On the way, his father asks him to help carry the heavy bags, but Pierre refuses and goes inside the house, where he is greeted by their maid, Martha, who hugs him and is very happy to see him back, saying that she missed him a lot. She helps him with the bags as they enter the house. His father then tells him that his mother is upstairs. Pierre goes upstairs and heads to the swimming pool. While sitting by the pool, his mother, Elena, sneaks up behind him and throws him into the water. When he gets out of the pool, his mother welcomes him. Later, the family sits down for lunch. During the meal, his mother tells him that she wants to go to the market. Pierre asks to come with her, but she refuses. His father then suggests he explore the city or go to the beach to enjoy his time. Pierre goes to the beach, sits there, and enjoys his time while observing a group of tourists. When he returns home, he is shocked to find his mother unconscious and in a very bad state. His father tells him that she is just tired and will be fine, but Pierre doesn't believe him. He asks Martha, the maid, about the reason for his mother's illness, as he suspects that his father had hit her. Later, while sitting at home, his father tries to talk to him, but Pierre refuses to engage. The next day, Pierre meets his mother, Elena, who informs him that his father has traveled to France for an important business meeting. Pierre is surprised because he knows that his father's lover lives in France. He tells his mother that his father has gone to meet his lover, but his mother responds that she doesn't care. Pierre then says that he is very happy when they are home alone without his father, and promises to always be by her side. Later, while strolling through the city, Pierre feels very bored with the way the city operates. When he returns home, he finds his mother, Elena, playing with Martha, the maid. Angrily, Pierre asks his mother how she can bear living in this city. His mother responds that he only thinks that way and hates the city because he's bored. She explains that he will change his mind once he discovers the beautiful things in the city. She tells him that she will take him on a city tour and that they will have dinner together afterward. She assures him that he will surely love the city. Later, she asks him if he doesn't like going out with her because she's older. At night, Elena goes to the pool and begins swimming. When Pierre returns home, she asks him to fetch her clothes so she can get out of the pool. Later, Pierre goes to his room, furious, and tears up some papers. The next morning, when Pierre wakes up, his mother is very sad and informs him that his father has died in a car accident. However, Pierre does not show any sorrow but seems pleased by the news. His mother tells him that he should respect the situation and show some grief. Later, Pierre tells his mother that she is still young and should enjoy her life, to which his mother angrily reacts. A few days later, they go to a club and see young people singing and dancing. Pierre asks his mother why she isn't home during the day, but she doesn't answer him. Later, she gets up and starts dancing with the young people. When they return home the next day, his mother goes to Pierre to talk to him and gives him the key to his father's room. She asks him to remove unnecessary things from the room. At night, they go to a nightclub, dance, and meet a friend of his mother, with whom they drive together in the car. In the car, his mother's friend starts a relationship with him. Later, when they are in a public place, Pierre suddenly loses contact with them and falls asleep on the street. When his mother and her friend find him, his mother urges her friend to start a relationship with Pierre. Indeed, his mother's friend approaches Pierre, removes his clothes, and starts a relationship with him. His mother is very pleased and watches over them. When they return home, Pierre realizes that his mother and her friends are almost naked, and his mother asks him to start a relationship with her. Indeed, Pierre begins a relationship with his mother. Later, Pierre goes jogging in the rain and feels a lot of regret for what he has done. His mother then tells him that he can no longer sit with her, so Pierre goes to the beach and meditates there. He returns home and remains alone without his mother, who has left him. The next day, while sitting alone, Pierre is surprised to see his mother's friend by the pool. Astonished, he asks her how she got in, and she tells him that she came to get his mother's key. They then swim together in the pool. At night, he sits with his friends and starts a relationship with a girl. The next day, his mother is very sad and seems to miss him a lot. Pierre sits with his mother's friend, who tells him about his mother's past and asks if he knows about it. She tells him that recently his mother worked at a hotel and had many relationships with men. Pierre doesn't like hearing this, becomes angry, and asks her to stop talking as it makes him upset. He then starts a relationship with her. The next day, Pierre's mother feels deeply sad because it seems like Pierre has forgotten her, so she decides to return home. She finds her friend sitting with him. The mother approaches him and asks if he wants to have an intimate relationship with her, and indeed, he begins a relationship with his mother. However, the mother can't continue living like this and asks him to kill her. Pierre complies, and the ambulance arrives to take her to the hospital. Pierre is devastated by his mother's death, and the movie ends. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.